How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Shifting Lanes. My name is Hanson. Thank you so much for tuning in. And for this video, I am sitting in the 2020 not the Hyundai Palisade, sitting in the Kia Telluride. This is going to be a quick drive, and I'm going to give you my opinions of what it's like to drive, the handling, the performance, the interior quality. But before we get into any of that, let's talk about the pricing. Now, this is the Telluride SX V6 all-wheel drive, and you could buy this as equipped for $48,860. That includes the $1,045 inland freight and handling. Now, what do you get in this car? First of all, you get that 3.8 liter GDI engine. That's a 6-cylinder engine. And of course, you get the 8-speed automatic transmission and also all-wheel drive and 18-inch alloy wheels. You get a heads-up display, a Nappa leather seat trim, premium cloth headliner and sun visors, heated and ventilated second-row seats, and some rain-sensing front windshield wipers. Now that I'm pulled over to the side here, and you could see just how beautiful this place is. Again, this is Bear Mountain, New York, and what a gorgeous view. But I figured this is a great place to take a look at the interior because there's a lot to talk about in this car, in this Kia Telluride. So first of all, the digital cluster in the middle. Of course, these are physical gauges. In the Hyundai Palisade, there's an option where you could get this fully digital, and that looks really upscale. But for this one, this is the Kia Telluride, so I don't believe that that is offered. But I wanted to show you, if I have my blinker on to the right, it shows what's on my right side of the car, and if I go to the left, it shows the left side. So very cool, very handy. Again, if you have like a curb coming up over there, it'd be nice to see where that curb is so that you don't scuff your wheels. Again, very cool feature that the Telluride has. If you put your car into reverse, you could see kind of like a 360-degree view of where your car is. Again, just the main screen here shows what's behind you, but as you turn the wheel, you see kind of like your trajectory. Not just your trajectory of where your car's gonna go, but where your front wheels are gonna go. So that is really informative. And again, if you're parked near curbs and everything, you wanna know that information. So very handy. And looking down here, of course, the Kia Telluride comes with an available all-wheel drive system. So here you could lock your center differential, but you have different modes here. You've got your comfort, you've got sport, and you've got smart, and eco, and also snow modes. So if you want to lock your center diff, you could just press that and it'll show that it's going to lock. But we don't need that currently because the roads are very beautiful and it's very dry. Obviously, you only want to engage that when you have like loose surfaces like rocks or mud or snow. So just keep that in mind. Electronic parking brakes, and then here are some like park distance control, auto start stop, which is nice, and auto hold when you're going uphill, and it could just hold the car for you on a hill. So looking at the rest of the car, of course, you've got this beautiful, I believe this is a 10.3-inch display. It is a touchscreen. So I'd say that the touchscreen experience is really nice. You know, it doesn't feel like a cheap touchscreen at all. It feels more like a smartphone experience, which is super nice. And you could kind of like edit the home widgets. You could kind of move things around. You could move your clock. You could move it over here if you want. Driving info. And I could move that over to here instead of if I don't want to see the weather. So you can customize it to whatever your needs are. And looking at the HVAC controls, you've got very large buttons. It kind of reminds me of like a full-size pickup truck a little bit because these buttons are very large. Feels like if you were wearing gloves or something like that, you could easily just touch these buttons and not miss-hit anything. But again, like all of these buttons kind of reminds me of the Hyundai's buttons. Of course, they're kind of like sister companies. You know, they probably share a lot of components, so on and so forth. So a lot of these fonts, a lot of these buttons, they look very similar to the Hyundai counterpart, which is the Hyundai Palisade. If you want to see that video, I'll link to it up here. But let's take a look around the rest of the cabin. Of course, you've got like this very nice leather surface here. Lots of storage compartments. Very simple cup holders, and this very large compartment here where you could put your phone. You got the Qi wireless standard. Again, plenty of USB plugs in this 3-row SUV. You can count them, 6. There's 6 USB ports in here. Of course, this comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so if you want to plug those in, you use this USB so you could utilize those infotainment systems. So again, here are the buttons for the ventilated and heated seats. These are very simple and straightforward. Push up if you want heated seats, pull down if you want the ventilated seats. So if you want to lower it, you could just toggle up, or if you want to heat it or cool your buns, you could just keep toggling backwards. So very cool, very convenient. So here I am now in the back seat, and captain's chairs, which are very nice. And we've got the third row seats back here. And I believe this is locked in the down position, but you can see just how much room there is back here when the seats are folded down. And again, you see more USB ports back there and one more over there. So lots of utility in this vehicle. And you know, I could jump in the back here and there's plenty of leg room back here, which is really nice. Again, this, like the Hyundai Palisade, these are cars that respects adults. I have so much room in here, so very comfortable. And I don't know if I prefer the captain's chairs or the full bench. What do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments below. And of course, what's nice here is I also have ventilated seats and heated seats down here. So again, very nice for the second row. Not a lot of cars have that. And let's see how easy it is to crawl in the back. There it is. Boom. And I am in. And you can see just how much room I have back here. So comfortable. The third guy that sits over here is going to be super tight, but you know what? When you could fit 8 people in here semi-comfortably, that is a win. So just from the get-go, leaving the parking lot, I can comment on the steering. The steering is super light. It kind of gives you the illusion that this is a much smaller car. Now, how about the power? When you punch it, again, this car has some heft to it. Woohoo! It feels like there's a lot of mass in this car, but it also has a lot of tire, so it can handle when you are going quite fast around the turns. You can get the towing package on here, which is $800 extra, and with that equipped, you could pull up to 5,000 pounds. Now, that's pretty significant. You know, if you're pulling a trailer or something like that, you could fit like a tiny boat. So while this doesn't handle like a sports car, you can tow a tiny sports car in the back. Let's see how easy it is to make a U-turn in this 1.5 lane road. Let's find the clearing here, and let's see if we could turn this big boat. All right, that's the 1 point. Steering lock, back up. Oh man, easy with this rear view camera. That's point 2. Okay, I think I'm close. Yes, 3-point turn completed in a 1.5 lane width road. So that is the Kia Telluride. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned something, please consider hitting that thumbs up button and also hitting that subscribe and that notification bell so you can get notified anytime I review a new car, anytime we make updates on our project cars, and also anytime we go to a driving event. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on in the Shifting Lanes channel. I really hope that you enjoyed this review of the 2020 Kia Telluride. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you like this SUV? Do you hate it? Please let me know. With that being said, I'm going to wrap up the video right there. My name is Hanson. This is the 2020 Kia Telluride SX all-wheel drive, and I'll see you next time.